What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for hopping on. It's been a while since I have set the camera up in here in my office. I've been gone on a lot of hunts lately. I mean, man, I did the math. I've been on over 60 days of hunting this fall from August till November. So 3 or 4 months-ish of hunting and 60 days of that. So about like 2/3 of my time the last few months have been hunting. It's been great. And some of it's been personal hunts, some of it has been work for clients. So kind of a mixture of both. But I'm pretty excited that how my season's been going so far. I have filled 3 deer tags, and every hunt I've been on, I think, yeah, except for one, every hunt I've been on except for one, we've been successful in harvesting an animal. Done a couple films this fall for other people, and those are going to be sweet. They'll come out eventually on other channels, but as far as my channel goes, we have, I think, at least 4 or 5 films that are going to be coming out from this fall already. And then I have one more hunt in January, actually, that will be a film as well. So some great content. I've got a bunch of footage to go through, got a couple client films to edit right now, and then once I get those finished up, I will start editing my personal hunts. And I already have a couple of them kind of started working on the editing on them, but I have a lot of work to do. Trying to take it up a notch this year and just make some more relatable and believable, or not believable, more like relatable films that are just more impactful, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do this year with these films. So that's why it's going to take me a little longer than normal, probably, to edit a bunch of these videos. But you guys are going to see them coming out here in the next couple months. I want to try and kind of just get a bunch from posted before kind of the springtime. So kind of between winter and spring is my thinking. I've thought about even postponing them until like next year and like posting archery deer during archery deer season, rifle deer during rifle deer season, but it's a long time. I think I'm gonna just post them sooner, maybe kind of around like late winter to early spring show season time, kind of around the expo and stuff like that, the hunt expo. So pretty stoked about all those coming out for you guys. I wanted to just talk for a couple minutes because it's something that has been, I guess, on my mind recently, is portfolios. What is a portfolio? Why do you need it? Why is it important? I'm going to share with you guys a story that happened recently with portfolios. I'm going to show you 2 stories. A portfolio is just a body of work that you have that you can send to clients when they ask, hey, show me some work that you've done in the past, right? What can I expect if I hire you? Are you going to get the content I need? There's a few different ways you can build a portfolio, and I want to go through a couple of them that are on my mind. Number one, and it's the easiest one, and not only does it build a good portfolio, but it also builds some awareness, is social media. So this is Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. All of these channels you can use to post content to not only show your content, so it acts as a portfolio in a sense, but also you're going to gain more awareness, especially if you're posting content that's really resonating and hitting hard and people enjoy seeing or watching it. That is an amazing portfolio. And that's how I've gotten a handful of work, is just from being active and posting a lot. People see my stuff and they're like, hey, I want this dude to come film my hunt. And I get jobs like that fairly often, right? Now, another one is websites. Now, websites are interesting. They're a great way to kind of organize your work in a space, but people usually aren't seeking out your website just like they would seek out a social media page. With websites, it's a good idea to have them. I don't spend a ton of time on my website, although I do have one, and I update it whenever I put out new work and new content, and sometimes it might be a couple months before I do update it, but I try to keep that pretty up to date. That way, it's the easiest way for me to send clients work is through my website, because all I got to do is send them a link, and they have all the content that I've produced over the last few years. It's easier than going through and handpicking different items and sending them 10 different links to content. I can just send them my website, and they can pick and choose what they want to watch from there. And there's thumbnails and visuals on videos, and then there's galleries for photos that they can look through. That's one of the most professional ways to do it. Now, you can send people portfolios through social media. You can show them like, hey, this is my social media. It's got a bunch of work on here. This is kind of what you can expect. And getting into some of the reasons that I think that you should have one, and I think you need one. I know you need one because I have some stories that prove it. I had a client reach out who is I didn't know the client very well, but they asked for if I knew anyone to come film a hunt for them. I said, cool, like let me reach out. Let me see if I can find anyone. I made a post on my story. Some of you guys have seen these posts that I've put out that are like, hey, I have a hunt that's during these dates. If you're interested, hit me up, right? I had a couple guys reach out to me, two in particular, and one of them didn't have any portfolio work. I've still to this day have not seen any of his work. And then the other guy had a bunch of work on his Instagram, social media. I think he had some YouTube work too, just showing what he can do. And they both kind of fit the price point and the bill and the time frame. So I sent him over to the guy looking for a camera guy. Right off the bat, the guy says, hey, I found this guy's content. It looks great. Do you have any content for this other guy? And I was like, no, I literally don't have anything for him. Like, I asked him if he has a portfolio, doesn't have one. And he said right there, like, cool, I'm not even going to worry about reaching out to him then. I'm going to reach out to this other guy. So I'm like, yeah, no worries, dude. Like, totally understand. If I was going to hire someone, I would want to see some of their work too. All right, and my second story that I want to talk about is literally happened today, the day I'm filming this. I got reached out to about a job in like 2 weeks. Super kind of quick, but they needed someone. It was a client of mine from the past. I've worked with them a bunch before, and they have a new production agency that they wanted me to go through, so I talked to them, worked out pricing, worked out everything, and he was just like, hey, like, can you just send us some content, some work, so we can kind of get an idea of what your style is and what you do, because I might have some tweaks for you for this specific film. And I was like, dude, absolutely. So all I had to do was go on my website, go to the page with all of my movie content, sent it over to him in a link, and that was it. I was done. And he reached out to me a few minutes later and was like, dude, this is actually like great. Here's kind of a shot list for the hunt, and we're working stuff out right now as far as everything else goes for that trip. So having that portfolio on hand, ready to go, handy right there, boom, easy, makes their job easy because they don't have to search for stuff. Or like, in my opinion, if I'm gonna hire someone and I can't find their work easily, or they don't have any work to send me, I'm moving on to the next guy, because I don't know if this guy is someone that I want to work with based on his content. Like, is it good content? Is it like, does he even have the skills that I need to hire this guy, right? So that's something that real quick I just wanted to chat about today and just help you guys out. Build a portfolio. It's going to help you a ton. It's going to help you land more jobs. And it may not help you land more jobs right away, but it's going to help people see your work and want to hire you more. And if you're posting it on social, I really think you should, because it's going to get you more. It's gonna put your name out there more. People are gonna see your work more. You might start to get people reaching out to you eventually and asking you to help do some work for them. When you have a bunch of work on social, it's really easy to send that over to a client who wants to work with you and say, hey, here's a bunch of work. And a lot of times they probably already have seen it if they're reaching out to you. But if there's a situation where there's a middleman and they wants to see some of your content, which happens a lot, you can just send them over stuff and they can see right away what kind of stuff they're working with, what kind of content you're able to make, and what kind of stuff you're able to create. So I think that's it for this week. Super short little video here I just wanted to make and cover that. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. Right now is a great time to put together a portfolio. It's the end of the season. People are looking to hire for next year already. I've already booked some hunts for next fall for some other guys, and I already have guys asking me to film for them next year. So things are coming together. It's happening. Right now is the perfect time. Right now, I'd say till like springtime, have your stuff together, have your stuff ready to go. And if you're looking for jobs, be reaching out. Some people haven't even thought about hiring a camera guy for next year yet. Some people are already on it and they're wanting to get stuff figured out for next year. And there's still a couple hunts going on this late in the season that people are going to want filmed, especially come into the springtime. There's a lot of content that needs to be filmed. So hopefully that helps. Guys, if you have questions, seriously, hit me up. If you haven't joined the Creative Hunter group chat, it is on Instagram. If you go to my profile, it should be right there. You can join the chat in the link in my profile. And I post job offers there, try to post some tips and tricks here, stuff like this content, but maybe just shorter versions of this to just help you guys. And then if you have questions, ask me on Instagram, shoot me a DM. I'll answer you when I'm working during the day and have some time. And I love it, so I love helping out. So don't worry about bugging me or anything. I may not get back to you super quick, but I'll get back to you. Other than that, guys, hope you've had a great hunting season. If you've been out on some hunts and you're filming stuff, I hope they turned out good. And if one of the things that I learned starting out is I had to go on like 3, 4, 5 trips and film them and then go to edit them until I like really figured out how to put together a hunt film. It kind of took me some time to film a hunt, come home, edit it, realize, oh crap, like I didn't get enough content of them talking to the camera, or I didn't get enough of these type of shots. So next time I go out, it's like we're going to revisit that stuff. We're going to get more talking shots. We're going to ask for more updates. We're going to get more shots for different things. And you learn more as you go, and eventually you're just going to learn how to put that film together, and you're going to get in the groove of it. And I find as the season goes on in the fall, I just get more and more and more in tune with filming and getting enough content and the right type of content I want to get for the film. So anyways, with that, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.